Um, you're tired already?
No, we're just going to read them out.
Be honest. This is, by the way, this is normal, you know, this is the brainwave stuff. You know, there's a lot of delta and theta now. You know, long waves, and delta and theta stages are, it's like this, you know. So what I could do now, I could give you, and we'll talk about this in a minute, I could give you one of these brainwave stimulations and apply alpha and beta waves, and within 10 minutes you would wake up and would be like this again. You can try this. Do we have a do we have a brainwave system here? Yes, we have. You can try. Oh, we have it here. See it. You can. Pardon? Yes, you can. Absolutely. We could even change this tiredness now into alertness again, just by applying the frequency, the correct frequency. And our brain is so stupid, it starts vibrating exactly with the frequency you apply. And change the mental stage. Pretty cool stuff. So what you see here, these are red blood cells in a dark field microscopy. The red blood cells are responsible for carrying oxygen into our entire body system. So if these red blood cells have already a diminished membrane potential, they look like this, they start sticking together. And of course, make this video on, they lose surface to absorb oxygen. So the entire oxygen transportation within your organism is already on a lower stage. After one session, 8 minutes, on the IMRS or the only one, your red blood cells look like this. The membrane potential increases, they start to repel each other, their surface increases to absorb oxygen, you immediately carry more oxygen into your entire system. It works on every one of you. You can do a dark field microscopy before and after, you will see this result. And you can see here how this looks like. Nicely inflated red blood cells. This is a white blood cell here, by the way, in a dark field microscopy. So for all the athletes here in the audience, you can measure this before and after one session on the IMRS. Depending on your personal stage, you know, we see increase in oxygen saturation between 2 and 3%. It's cool.
Would that be the same?
This is profound. Pardon?
Would that be the same with somebody who smokes cigarettes?
Yeah, it always depends on the individual level, you know, because smoking always depends how much you smoke, and you know, and if you are active still, if you are doing some sports, I mean, you know, it's very individual. But this is the range. You know, it can also go from 93 to 95. But if you, I mean, with 93, you're already not so healthy anymore in general. But you see an increase in oxygen saturation definitely after one treatment. This is how our application looks like. So it's pretty simple. Yeah, and this is the brainwave entrainment I was talking about. This is cool stuff too. All scientifically based. This is no hocus pocus. You know, this is brainwave entrainment. Brainwave entrainment, stimulation to activate brainwaves to resonate with external stimuli. This is, I said 2 minutes ago, our brain is stupid. I didn't mean it that way, but in some certain way it is. You know? And for some certain people it might happen. But I mean, our brain is stupid when it comes to applying external stimuli, because then it is stupid enough to take over this information and deal with it. So you can influence your brainwaves, and if you can influence your brainwaves, then you can influence your mental state. Because we know this from brain science. We have, when you do an EEG, electroencephalography, then you see prevailing waveforms. They are measurable, we can see them. What you see in a regular EEG, you see different brainwave patterns. Delta, theta, alpha, beta. they are related to certain frequencies. The slower, the more longer frequencies, delta and theta, these are the longer wavelengths, they are responsible for relax, for sleep, for tiredness, for right now. This, maybe you heard about the so-called alpha state. Alpha state means alert, you know, concentrated. You know, your entire system is ready to receive and to react on this. So, and depending on which of these waveforms prevail during the time of the day, this determines the mental state of the person. For example, right now, if we would make an EEG of you, we would see mainly delta and theta brainwaves. Because of the, you know, it's late, it's Friday, you must listen to this guy from Switzerland for more than 1 hour already, so I'm getting tired. Understand that. We're soon done, okay, so don't worry. So, if I have you in this delta theta state now, and I would like to wake up you again, I would probably try to apply alpha and beta waves. Because the brain will, after a certain period of time, take over this and resonate with it. And that will change your mental state. So we can utilize this technology to control and to interact with our brain and change the mental status. And this is what this technology does. And it does it with sound, with light, and with colors. We developed a special goggle, which is equipped with RGB LEDs, which comes with a specific software where you can choose which kind of wavelengths you would like to apply. And the cool thing is, this is the only system which you can do a brainwave in conjunction with a PMF application. So you don't have to do this separately, you can do this in one application and control it with one app. So this is pretty cool stuff. And we have a triple stimulative brainwave application, so you're gonna hear some weird tones. We overlay some music on these tones, you're gonna see some light frequencies, and you can also adjust the color. This is top-notch brainwave stimulation. Cool stuff. So,